platform and really, making good content that a viewer is going to want to sit and listen to, okay? So, those are my 5 tips on how to start and grow a YouTube channel. Hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be giving you 5 tips on how to start and grow a YouTube channel. But before we get started, I would like to ask everyone to make sure you stop and hit that subscribe button and subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to grow my channel, and all the support is greatly appreciated over here. So take the time to hit that subscribe button, you guys. All right, so let's get right into it. The first thing I want to talk about that you should focus on when making a YouTube channel is going to be your niche, okay? So for those of you who don't know what a niche is what kind of videos you're going to be making, what kind of content you're going to be putting out pretty much. So for example, you could do like a fitness channel, lifestyle channel, a cooking channel. Those are just a few things that you could create a channel on, okay? But when you're choosing your niche, you want to make sure that it's something that you're going to be passionate about, okay? Because if it's something that you're passionate about, that you don't mind doing, you're going to be able to consistently make content, okay? If it's something that you don't really want to do, then it's going to be, kind of hard making a content when it's not something that you typically do on a regular basis, okay? So that'll be the first thing that I recommend that you really focus on and really think about, and, really prepare yourself for, to start making your videos, okay? So you just want to make sure that you really make sure that you decide on one thing. I'm not saying that you can only do one thing on your channel, but starting out, you want to, at least pick one niche, because it helps the algorithm figure out where to send your content to. And if you're posting too many different niches, the algorithm doesn't know where to send your content to. So it's just easier when you're starting out to pretty much pick one niche, okay? And that was one of the mistakes that I made starting out. I was putting out different kind of content, okay? So that'll be number one. The second thing that I want to talk about, I feel like a lot of people don't talk about, is watching YouTube, okay? If you know that doing YouTube is something that you want to do, I highly recommend that you take the time to actually be on the platform, actually look at different YouTube videos, actually follow people who are doing the same kind of thing that you're interested in doing. Like, say, for instance, I do fitness. So when I first started, I, followed a lot of fitness influencers, and pretty much just kind of, you know, pretty much just kind of seeing how they were doing things and getting different tips and information just from being on YouTube, and just pretty much utilizing the platform, okay? I really think that's a really big part of your process in starting a YouTube channel, okay? So the third thing that I want to talk about is editing, okay? So when I first started, I was I I was in a process of learning the editing, but I didn't have it all the way down pat. And I'm not saying like, hey, you got to be perfect with editing, but I really feel like editing is a big part that you should really take time to really focus on. And I say that because when I first started out, I wasn't really like editing a lot of my content. I was just putting stuff out there just to like try it out to see how things work, but I wasn't really like editing. a lot of the content. So I feel like when I started like taking more time to focus on the editing and actually sit down and do different things to like the reels or either my long form video, I felt like I got more views, okay? Versus when I was just kind of posting random things on there. I felt like when I really like took this time to really like learn editing and learn different things and tools, um, different tricks on how to do things, I really felt like that changed the performance of my reels, okay? And my long form content, because the reels, brought exposure to the long form content, okay? So the fourth thing that I feel like you should definitely focus on when you're first starting out is going to be titles and thumbnails, okay? So what I've also noticed is that when I actually take the time to actually do a thumbnail and really like edit it and like, do my research on whatever it is type of content I'm trying to put out, and when I'm in the process of creating the thumbnail, I've found that I get more views because the thumbnail is more appealing, so more people click, okay? So definitely take the time to focus on your thumbnails, learn how to make thumbnails, because that's going to be a big part of growing your channel. um People just like things that are aesthetically pleasing, okay? So you want to make a thumbnail that's going to stand out and catch people's attention and make them want to tap on your video, all right? And the fifth thing that I want to talk about today is going to be consistency, all right? And I know that everyone's always saying consistency, 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 but I can't stress it enough either, Even, if you can only post 1 or 2 times a week, at least be consistent with that. Because the thing about the algorithm likes consistency, okay? When I first started out and I wasn't really consistent, I was just making posts here, there, like no type of routine, I should say, or plan. um I had like low views, and then I noticed that when I will post more consistency around about the same time on the same day every week, I would get more views. So in turn, I realized that posting more consistently, it helps the algorithm recognize your channel more, okay? At least that's how I feel about it, all right? So definitely be consistent with your content. Definitely sit down and come up with a plan that is reasonable for you starting out. Like I say, even if it's only posting 1 or 2 pieces of content a week, I definitely recommend at least being consistent with that. And I'm talking, when I said 1 or 2 pieces of content, I'm talking about long form, because that's another one of the things that I didn't really focus on when I first started out. It was my long form. And I have came to realize that yes, you can get views and stuff off of shorts. But it's more important to focus on your long form, to actually to get people onto your channel, and then once you get them there, get them to stay, okay? So you really need to take the time to sit down and focus on your long form, and really, making good content that a viewer is going to want to sit and listen to, okay? So those are my 5 tips on how to start and grow a YouTube channel. Make sure you guys please hit that like button and make sure you subscribe to this channel. Once again, I'm trying to grow over here, so make sure you please support me, and thank you for everyone that came to see my video today. I'll see you in the next one, you guys.